it's changing the infrastructure, like in organizations, we always put everything in a data warehouse. It was a structured place. Well, your structure, your architecture for data will be different in the cloud. And that's inevitable in terms of, because we're all gonna move there because we're gonna need the space to do that. So we're gonna leave behind those old data warehouses. Part of data governance is how do you transition from your warehouse when you're gonna move to the cloud. That's a governance process. So they gave an example. Amazon's Redshift, which now is a cloud tool, can provide faster speed than whatever star scheme is in your relational databases. They can actually provide faster speed for you. So it always makes you nervous when you get deeper into Amazon, though. Okay. Your whole virtualization has gotten much more mature. You can do it much better than you used to be able to. So remember our little architecture that we've kind of clung to for the last 50 or 60 years, our warehouses and our data marts, and they're all going away. So it can't meet the trends that we're going through, the volume of information that's happening, can't do it. So, and the other thing that people want now is they don't want, to wait for 3 months to get something. They want something that you can't necessarily predict it really easily. It can be really ephemeral and stuff, and you need it right now. That's what they want. So what they want to be able to do is draw from multiple physical sources at once. And that's why you're going to have change control, and you're going to have to manage multiple sources over a period of time. So. Whoever's saying they bring robotics, who said that? That's you, yeah. I put that in. I thought, look at that cute guy. But there's an actual growth of the need for business rules and data governance. So, and business rules based on, they're just in that little print, derivations, calculations, quality rules, trust and survivorship rules. What that means is in master data management, it determines what makes it through and becomes the golden copy for you of the data. So then there's something now, the robotic process automation, RPA, and business rules, and we're gonna automate a lot of our business rules and stuff, and these guys are gonna be in there doing stuff with us. So it'll be robots that are programmable, that can work off of business rules for our data. This one, it's one of my friends who's here talks about people managing their own data. So this is actually going to be a trend in the future. It's called self-service analytics. And I put the personal health records up here as an example. But if your data, if they know where the data is, what it means, what it covers, and what issues there are with the data, and whether it's permitted to use the data for the proposed purpose, there's no reason why patients, for example, couldn't manage their own data. They could do this, and they will do this. So, and the way that they'll do that is through a data catalog, which is like, there'll be one location where your data goes, and it'll be something that's easy to work with and stuff, and then the users can do data wrangling tools, analytics tools, all that kind of stuff. The first step is something that appeared within the last month or two. Oregon's starting to look at giving individuals control over their own personal data, their healthcare data. There's a link here, you can look at the law and stuff. It's up for, they're pretty number one in terms of moving forward with patient rights and stuff. So, right here, they're gonna allow patients to have rights over their own data. So. This is just another cycle, but this shows you all of the things that you're gonna ingest in there. So, everything that goes into your information governance cycle will be like all your databases, your documents, your emails, your social media, your logs, all your machine stuff, all your cloud stuff. It'll all go into this cycle, and you'll have to deal with it. And you'll have to look at its lineage, entitlements, index, and of course here's the catalog at the foundation. So it needs to be, this is managed information objects, secure, searchable, understandable, profiled, and traceable. I'm gonna give you my example. This is my friend Kathleen. And they did at the International Federation of Health Information in Montreal in 2013. This is actually, she sent me some upgraded slides. This is what they're doing in Canada. Okay. First of all, remember they created the wheel. This is their enterprise information management. Governance, stewardship, yes, the whole concept of data stewards. Quality integrity, the whole life cycle management, looking at information as an asset, which it is, and then who has access to the information. Some of these, you'll get the slide deck, and you can look at it more closely, are quite small, but I can give you an idea of what's up here. They are looking at where they are right now. Here's their legend right here. 65% of this is all accomplished. And then they're looking at what is their structure. This is their they call it Connect Care. And they have a content and standards committee. They have basically a communications adoption committee, oversight committee for program design and things like that. This is the infrastructure, their current state. You'll notice that they have a whole section that's analytics and research right here. But they have a corporate master data section, which is all of their stuff that's right here. And into this, they put their financial information, their employee information, vendor information, all of that facilities information. And so, and this is their current structure. This is all their healthcare stuff here. You'll notice that they have terminology and reference services right here. They hired their first taxonomist this last year and stuff. They're doing taxonomy and ontologies and stuff too. This is their future state. Analytics research. They also are doing things, excuse me. This is their actually document management, actually enterprise master data management. This is what they're doing through here. Enterprise master data management, which covers patients, providers, delivery services, encounters, all that kind of stuff here. And then you can see what all of their care domains are. And then these are their repository services here. Their enterprise content management, their drugs, diagnostics, lab, and their EHR right here. So you can see where they're going. And so, as far as I know, there's nothing like that here, and unless it's at Kaiser, one of the big places, or Cleveland Clinic. This is their current and looking at their future state in terms of, this is where your foundation is what we talked about earlier. Reference data management, and then data about data, metadata management, all your governance and catalogs and data dictionaries, service governance, operations, and then their actual tools. And you can see all of their stuff up here in terms of where they are. So they are moving quite far along. And this is my last slide, because my favorite movie is The Wizard of Oz. So, I'm open for questions, anything that you'd like to ask.
I'm curious how product you think blockchain technology will come with the data integrity and quality and security focus in healthcare. I mean, we've been talking a lot about it in the Tech Council, and it's come up in a lot of different sectors, and so I'm just kind of curious.
I'm not an expert in that area, but I do think there's a future for that. I actually think healthcare is, partially because it's hard to export it to China. It's going to go through drastic events right here. I do think that healthcare is much more going to be in your hands than it is. Healthcare's been moving away from the sort of patriarchal physician, guy in the white jacket, toward the patient for a long time. So yeah, I think that's the direction it's going and stuff. So, yeah.
Could you back up to slide 42? If you figure out how to back up.
Yeah, there is a way to back up here. Let's see. Yeah, I did number. It's fine. It's supposed to be fine.
And then even one more, okay, so on that
That's
one, if you
41.
look at that's okay, 41. So see the very bottom, it says providers and patients.
Yeah.
So it looks like the patients are pretty much the only way to gain access to that information is through your provider.
Yeah, and I think this is their current state.
And then when you go to the next one,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm just wanting to see the way that so they're trying to say that at least the patient's going to have direct access through a patient portal.
Right.
To a certain amount of that information.
Yeah.
I was just seeing a stark contrast between those two slides, and it's very, very nicely presented and clear.
Yeah, they are, actually they are they've actually been used as a model in the United States in several places and stuff, so, because they have, they've done a remarkable job. Canada has some advantages over us in healthcare, because they are, they're actually not a national system the way you think of, they're actually a regional system, but they have a great deal of collaboration and agreement on standards and things like that, so they can move ahead faster than we can in healthcare. So, and they are not based on reimbursement the way we are. So there's, in terms of, they are, I shouldn't say they're not privatized, because you have a level of healthcare in Canada that's accessible to everyone, and then above that you can purchase, you know, more specialized services and stuff. But they have a national consensus on standards and sharing patient information. So they, like if you were in Toronto and you were actually from Calgary, and you got sick in Toronto, you'd be much more likely to be able to get your information, you know, your doctor and stuff, than you could in a comparable situation in the US, because they share information so much more readily than we do. So